The way this software lets you design stuff and visually see your projects is really amazing. Hello everyone, my name is Santiago and today we're back with another tutorial. We're gonna be checking a software called Miro or Miro, however you want to call it. This software is like an online collaborative whiteboard platform where you can brainstorm ideas, you can design projects, and you can get whole teams of people to innovate together regardless of their location. And today I'm going to be teaching you how to use some of the templates that it has, some of the tools that it has, and for you to see how easy it is to use and how visually compelling the software is. I'm going to make my face disappear real quick as always. See you guys at the end so you can see better my screen. So this right here is the homepage to Miro. You can create a new account using an email address, or you can create it with a Microsoft account or a Google account. This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna create one with a Google account. Once you choose your email, Miro is gonna ask you for your team's name. I'm gonna write the best team. It asks you which kind of work you do in this team. We're gonna click on design and I'm gonna say I'm the director. For this tutorial's purposes, I'm gonna choose the option no. It's my first time using Miro, and I'm gonna say that my company has between 2 and 50 employees. Right off the bat, you can invite people for your group to work collaboratively on the projects, but I'm gonna skip this step for now. I'm just gonna work on the project myself. And here are some options where Miro tells you you can start. We have the research insight synthesis, we have some loop retro, we have some flowcharts, we have some mind maps, some brain writing. I'm gonna pick this one, the brain writing idea, and click on start. What I find really cool about Miro is that you can use it either with a trackpad or with a mouse, and the controls change a bit depending on the tool that you're using. I'm using a mouse, so it tells me that if I want to zoom in or out, I just scroll on the mouse like this. And if I want to drag the workspace, I just right click and move it like so. Since we're using the brainstorming template, Miro produced some sticky notes for us to write ideas if we want to start a project by brainstorming ideas. Editing all of these sticky notes is really easy. If you double click, you can edit the text on the sticky notes. You can make it larger or smaller. You can change the color. For example, if you have different priorities of ideas in your brainstorming process, and you can move it around freely, whichever place that you want. This is like the whiteboard, but you can move it outside of the whiteboard as well. And for example, if you want to connect sticky notes, for example, you have an idea here that connects to a second idea on the right, you click on this arrow right here and they're going to be connected by this line right here, which indicates the idea connection. For example, let's say that we want to sell more on, if we do that, we could, for example, make our team bigger by hiring more employees. So if you have this idea, if you accomplish this idea, then you get this other idea. This is how the flowchart works. Right here on the left, we have an AI tool where we can create a bunch of different documents, images, or tables, for example, using the AI. Let's say I want to create an image for our design project. Let's say that our company sells cat pictures. So let's ask the AI to create cute cat pictures. Miro is going to take a few seconds to create the image. These are the images that it came up with. We could apply all these images to the canvas, or we could discard them. I'm going to apply to canvas. And once we've applied them, we can select one by one, modify their size. For example, we could download the image if we want to use it in another project. We can edit the image further. For example, if we want to change how the corners work, if we want a rounded picture, if we want that different contrast, brightness, all of the color correction tools are here as well. We could, for example, remove the background, so we just have the kitty like this. And all in all, there are a bunch of tools that we can use to better use our picture. Once we're done, we click on save and we get our finished image right here. Let's say I want to make this image connected to the ideas that I made right here. So I'm gonna draw a line from this idea to the cat right here. You can also free draw all of the images and shapes that you want. Let's say that this image right here is really important, so we want to make it stand out like this. I'm not going to use any of these images as of now, so I'm going to delete them, but let's check other functionalities of the AI as well. You can create, for example, more sticky notes using the AI. You can create diagrams or mind maps. Let's create one of those. It has some suggestions right here. Let's say we want to make a flowchart, and it asks us to explain how the flowchart is going to be used. So let's say we want to make some steps to sell more cat images. That is the flowchart that we want to create. Once again, Miro is going to take a few seconds generating the content. And just like that, Miro created this flowchart for us to sell more cat images. I'm going to apply to canvas, and we're going to check out which steps Miro tells us to follow in order to sell more cat pictures. First of all, it says that we should identify our target audience. Then we need to choose a marketing strategy, create engaging content, share on social media. Then we have some customer interest. If the answer is no, we need to adjust the strategy. If the answer is yes, we need to proceed to sales, then handle transactions, provide support, and then some customer satisfaction. We can edit any of these shapes and parts of the flowchart. If we adjust the size, the connecting lines are gonna automatically be edited as well. We can lower the opacity, we can make it thicker or thinner, we can change the color if we want to better organize the flowchart, and of course we can edit the text inside each of the flowchart's elements. As I told you before, you can create any shape that you want. You can free draw it, for example a circle right here, or there are some already created shapes. For example, if we want to make another square right here, we can make it just like that. If we want to connect these two parts with an arrow, we just click on an arrow right here. We can use a different type of arrow like this one. You can add highlights to your text. For example, if we click this yellow right here. And all in all, Miro is a really helpful app for you to create whiteboards and for your teams to better organize your ideas. This is just an example of a brainstorming project. And once you're done with your project, you can share it right here with this button on the top right for your team to participate as well. You can change the privacy of the project. Right now it's open to the public. Anyone who has the link can edit it as well. You can either enter your team's emails or you can invite them through Slack, Google, or Microsoft. And you can also publish it at the end of the process for anyone on the internet to see it. If we click on the Miro logo right here on the top left, we're taken back to the first screen where we can create another project. For example, if we want to create a flowchart, we just click right here on flowchart, and you can edit whichever part of the flowchart that you want. As I told you before, you can change the text, you can change the colors. Once again, you can use the AI to create tables, images, documents, and so on. And once again, you can share it with all your team for them to work collaboratively on this project. That is pretty much how you use Miro. As you see, it's really easy to get a handle of how the software works because it's really intuitive. I find the integrated AI tool really amazing because it helps you create more easily ideas that you may have on your mind. It helps you brainstorm those ideas and then put them into a project. All of the stuff that I showed you is on the free version. If you want to use the paid version, there are some affiliate links on the description box down below. Once again, my name is Santiago. I really hope this tutorial is helpful for you guys. Let me know in the comments down below if you've already used Miro, how you've used it. Please consider subscribing to the channel. Once again, thank you for watching and see you guys on the next tutorial. Bye bye.